everybody, to Brigitting the Gap. I am Bridget Aids, and my guest today is the reason why I'm here, Mr. Ron BenJoseph.
Like in life. I'm the reason in life why you're here.
That's exactly it. That's exactly it. But I get to interview him today, so before we get started, remember what we need to do. Hit the subscribe button. Also the bell to be notified when I have a new show. Also the like button. And please leave a comment. All of Ron's information will be at the bottom of the video. So we'll be back with you in a moment. So Ron, I asked you to be on this today because I would love for people to know Ron BenJoseph. What is there about Ron BenJoseph? Tell us a little bit about you. We met your wife a little earlier. Yep. So, please.
I don't classify her as my wife. I'm more her husband right now. You
know?
Oh,
okay.
I belong to her, I feel like, at this moment. So.
Is that the sweetest? No, that good brownie points. That's worth a few points.
Thank
you. Got it.
Thank you.
Well, tell us a little bit about you. What all do you do in your plethora of talents?
That's a great question. I'm still trying to figure it out, obviously. But so I am a communication skills coach. So I work primarily with female entrepreneurs on public speaking and on their video presentations and their actual videos.
And like you do with me. Like he does with me. I'm not natural at this. A lot of advice from you. Wow. That's for sure.
I mean, you definitely gravitated towards this. And we watch your videos and we're like,
well, thank you. Well, thank you very much.
You're the best, yeah.
So, who would hire you? I mean,
Who would hire me?
Who in the hell would hire Ron?
Who wouldn't?
But who's a perfect? Who is a perfect candidate for you?
That's a great question. So for me, like the ones that I find the best fit with are women that are. A lot of them are coaches or therapists or in the health and wellness industry, and they are just looking to get their message out. Maybe they came from a corporate background where they were mansplained. True. It's a big issue that we do talk a lot about is finding your power as a woman and how to communicate authentically, not in the way that you perceive a guy wants you to be, or in a guy way, right? Like, so right. I did a workshop recently where we talked a lot about that. It just came up. The women brought that up, and that they went to. They try to posture like a man, and you could see that like they just weren't authentic at all. Aww. And so we worked through a lot of that stuff where it's like, how do you find your feminine voice in a way and express it in a way that men can understand it, because we unfortunately we do think differently, like we do receive information.
Sure, and thank God for that. I love that a man thinks differently. Yeah.
So it's helpful. Sometimes it's hard in marriage. Like I think stupidly.
Yeah. I wish my husband could be feminine more often too. So I get it. Yeah.
Honey, if you're watching this,
can you imagine Frank being more feminine?
I don't feel comfortable. Yeah. Like,
but you know what I mean.
I have to go cry now. That's my Frank impression.
That's funny. Now, so what do you say to a woman who's fearful? Yeah. Of how she's going to be perceived in her video, because I go through that with you. I go through that with Ron. What are some comforting words, or what are some skills that we can learn? Just really quick tips.
Yeah, that's a great question. So I recently had a conversation with a client about this week, where she's like, I want to come off authentic, like super sincere and authentic. Yeah. And so we break down that word. We really get to the root of her definition of that word, not someone else's.
Because everybody else is different.
Everyone else is different, right? Mm. So once you define that word, maybe authentic means not showy, not performy, right? Like I tend to be a little bit over the top. Maybe you're like an introvert, and that's great. Like that's totally okay. So maybe you're conversational. Maybe you're more authentic in the sense that you connect with people and build relationships more than teach at people or speak at people. So the biggest thing I always say is, who are you talking to? What are you trying to get from them? So if you're looking at the camera, let's say right now I'm imagining that I'm working with my ideal client. We call her Bree. Actually, it's like in our avatar, we call her Bree, right? So I'm like, hey Bree, how's it going? I don't want to overwhelm you right now with my high energy. I haven't met you fully yet. So, right? So I'm pretending that I'm really talking to someone.
Right.
But I have an image of Bree in my head pretending that she's behind the camera, and then I'm just authentically having a conversation with her, getting her to feel comfortable. That's my intention. Maybe your intention is to get people to see you as an expert in your field, or maybe your intention is... I really want to share this new product or service that I'm working on. So, hey guys, so excited that you're here. Do you ever have this problem? Make it all about them. That's how I was going. Do you ever have this problem? Here's how we have a resolution for that problem. We're going to do this, we do that. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
So
no,
really
it
be
does.
clear about who you're talking to.
But I've watched when you gave me the homework assignment, you guys, to watch some YouTube channels.
Mm-hmm.
I can't believe how many people are selfish. on the channel. And I don't even want to watch it because they're trying to sell me everything.
It's gross.
So I get that. It is gross. It is gross. But that's them. Now, that might be their authentic self. So you help with women on being authentic. Now, what if somebody just wanted to pick your brain, find out if they would be a good fit for you? Would you take their call?
Oh, my goodness, yeah. So we always do a 30-minute session or a half session. Typically my sessions are 60 to 90 minutes, but I always say like, yo, let's not dive into this thing. Let's see if we're a good fit, because we've all worked with people that we're not good fit.
Because they might not be a good fit for you.
Right. And I much to the chagrin of my bank account, like I don't work with everyone. Like I know now. There was like a year where I just worked with bad people back to back.
Ron.
Right? It's not worth it.
Done it. I convinced them to work with me.
Yeah.
So then you got to convince them for everything else of the whole journey.
Yeah.
I get it. I think we've all made that mistake. Absolutely.
That's a journey, right? That's the e-journey.
So Ron, there's another side of you. There's another side of you a lot of people aren't aware of. But I am, and I've yet to go to one of your shows. I promise to go. I promise. Tell us a little bit about the mystery.
I just want to say that I think people are more aware of that because that's how I present myself.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, people are like, oh, you have like a smart business, like, that's easy. You know, I think people think more I'm just like a simple like jokester. But yeah, I have a comedy show that I've been performing the show I've been performing since 2013.
Wow.
Off and on. So, yeah, I'm very proud of it. It's a mixture of stand-up comedy where I talk about stuff, and then like a tribute, like a Vegas tribute show where I do like a bunch of different impressions.
Oh my
They're mostly
gosh.
tributes. But,
How long is the show?
The show can be anywhere from, I did a 15-minute set recently in Cripple Creek, and I can do up to an hour and 10 minutes.
I think that says a lot to me because I've met some speaking coaches and film coaches. They've never been in a film, and they've never been a speaker.
Yeah.
But you know how it feels. The view is different from the front of the room, isn't it?
Oh my goodness, yeah. I've had everything from like panic attacks on stage to feeling like I'm gonna throw up on stage to being heckled to like performing for all kids. Like I've run the gamut. I put myself through.
What's the hardest audience? Is it the kids?
It's the kids. Like it's hands down the little kids. Like. Because they're unruly. Like there's another.
They're unruly.
Yeah, because
they're in their own world.
But you got to make it about them.
Right.
And that's a great lesson. It's a great tool. Like so, my daughter and I just performed together in
yes.
the classroom.
Oh, yes.
It was reading day, so we read a book and we sang together, and that was awesome. But it was just a reminder. Like I was terrified.
So
I was like, I should do the video. I was
like, So Ron, can you put that video up on my YouTube?
I can't. Because
of the kids.
Because it's from school. We can't download the video.
Oh.
Yeah.
If you want to see it and private message it, maybe you can.
I will video.
No, it's so damn. Your daughter thinks she's a ballerina. That was just.
Yeah.
Okay.
She's dancing.
We could talk about Ellie like all day.
I know.
Seriously.
We should just do a podcast.
We should do a podcast on her.
Yeah.
We should have her here and do an
I thought about ditching school today.
Oh, that would be fun.
I thought we should do school today and have her on the video.
We should. Okay,
so
she's an entrepreneur. Look for that for a future show.
She's an entrepreneur at heart, and she loves networking. She'll go up to people that she doesn't know. She goes, "I'm Ellie BenJoseph."
BenJoseph.
BenJoseph.
Oh, Jophus.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So, for our audience and knowing that it's mostly entrepreneur people that would want to be entrepreneur, you've kind of informed me that you failed forward. And I think that one of the shutdowns for people that want to leave a job or they're an entrepreneur or they're doubtful is discouragement and failing forward. I think those are necessary golden steps to make in life. I do. Tell us a little bit of some of your failures.
Oh my God.
Well, I know this is
an
hour show.
Yeah, how long is the show?
Are your top three or top ones?
Actually, I can make it easy. You know what my biggest failure is? This guy right here.
The 6 inches between your ears. Yes.
I grew up just which is like a lot of habits taught to me and reinstated and so I remember hearing, so what if you don't do your passion? So what if you don't follow your passion? Who cares? Get a job, you know? And so I think like for me there was always this guilt and shame about being an entrepreneur, not fitting it. I tried for jobs so many times.
Really want you to emphasize that because how many naysayers in our life, and they don't mean to be naysayers, but parents, older people, whoever, are conditioned that you get a job, you retire and you get a watch.
Yeah.
And
I'd love a watch. I'd love to retire. You know what I mean? Like I'd love to have a job, but like that was not in the cards. I tried so many times. Like so for me, like the mindset that
what
came
did
from
you
that.
have to do to overcome that?
Well, two things. So we found Carrie and I found an amazing coach in Boulder.
See, I say coach every show.
Yeah,
absolutely.
So she was the first in kind of like getting us to like realize how to shift our mindset, and you really can't. Like you can switch your mindset. Like if I could do it, and we live such a happier lifestyle now, and I mean, there's so much room to grow for me, but like, oh my goodness,
for everyone, Ron, not just for you, right?
So shifting mindset is huge, and then I found, and I got actually last year I got a business coach, so I got a marketing coach and a business coach, and she has been like game changer, like instrumental. So I literally just feel like the easiest answer is to get out of mindset. You gotta like get a solid coach who gets it. You talk about like mentor up and
mentor, call up, mentor up.
Yeah.
So do you ever have moments where you're so discouraged and you think to yourself, maybe they're right. I should just get a job and know that I make $30,000, $40,000 a year and call it good, and I just fall into line with everybody else. So you go through that, and then how do you get yourself out of it?
I talk about it a lot in my show, about having anxiety and all that. So anxiety is something that has been living co-partnering with me for many years, that just like that I always try to kind of get rid of. But yeah, there's days where I go like, what am I gonna do? Like, oh my God, how are we gonna pay for things? Honestly, you know what my answer is?
What?
I signed up for Lyft. That to me was a way, and I haven't driven Lyft in a while now, but like I needed action. I needed to create an action that would solve that mindset issue.
Well, that's brilliant.
Right? So I drove for like 2-3 weeks or something, made some extra money, but for me, just knowing that there's that escape route, or not escape, but there's that like safety net.
Yeah.
I needed that. So I think like listening to the fear.
I love it.
Is good without judgment. I'm learning like listen to fear, don't judge, but don't indulge in it. So my wife always tells me, she's like, like the minute you indulge and go in circles, that's a waste of time. Like you're not solving anything. The issue, the solution rather is create something and then move on. Like don't just wallow in it. I think that was my mindset issue.
We know the definition of fear. False evidence appearing real.
Oh yeah.
It's our own mind. It's our own mind, and it could be the most evil thing. Yeah. It really can, and I know for me, sometimes I just need to shut down and take the day and just stop. But then I find myself the next day going, maybe I need another day. And then I'm like, okay, you need to just face it. And I love the fact that you found something that if you're in that mindset, you have an action you can take to get you out of it, and it's profitable for you.
Yeah.
Because would you agree that it's not always easy for people to go into the entrepreneur world and make money right away? It takes time.
Yeah.
Do you advise people to keep their job and maybe do their passion on the side, and when they match their income, then do that?
That's a great question.
I mean, everybody's different, Ron. I mean, every circumstance is different.
We never. So Carrie talked about it before. We never had that option. Like we never. Like I would have loved to have. Honestly, I would still love to have a day job in a way. Not really, but like. I saw that mindset.
It would be easier.
It'd be, in theory, right? Like I was an adjunct professor for about 5 years, and I would have loved to have a full-time job. In theory, I think I would have killed myself.
I'm not a job person.
No,
I'm
committees
not.
and meetings and no, thank you. But in my head, I still think like, oh man, it'd be really cool to have a job and then do my show on the side and is a hobby or something, But I think life is so short that like. There's times where we struggle and we have a child and we have daycare and we have all these things, and I think if you're meant to do something, like like you say, like the meaning of life is to find your gift, the purpose of life is to give it away. Yeah, I think it's like why wait, Like there's always going to be other excuses, there's always going to be other things that come up.
Gosh.
So I think in this economy too, or in this day and age, like with things like Lyft and Uber and Grubhub and all these things, like you could, there's so many ways to just
to make money, to make a couple extra bucks. Yeah, absolutely.
If you're short that month and stuff, and that wasn't when we started. It wasn't as readily available, and I think now that's available. Like there's just no reason not to. The other thing is, I think just coming from a theater background and all that stuff is that, like artists are just conditioned that you have to have 7 jobs just to do the thing you love doing. And
so true.
I think that maybe is something that entrepreneurs can think about too. Is like is figure out that money issue. Figure out if that's holding you back. Like just come up with some solution. Come up with. I don't want to say just forget it and leave or whatever.
No.
But I think there's ways out there right now to do it.
Yeah.
But two, the other thing is if your thing isn't profitable, why are you doing it?
And and that's absolutely right, because you could love your job, but having bills and the burden can take the joy away really quick. So what I always tell people is, do your best to get out of debt and have about 3 to 4 months, if you can 6 months, of everything covered in bills. You'll be able to ease into your skill and your craft.
Yeah.
Because if you are carrying that backpack of debt and naysayers and just all that, it's just too much. And the naysayers will know when you're struggling, and they will love that moment. They'll harp on it. So Ron, do you have any advice for a new entrepreneur, brand new entrepreneur? And if they did want to start a YouTube channel, or what is a social media filming advice, or whatever I'm trying to say, what would you give somebody? What kind of advice would you give them?
I think the biggest advice that I have, and this is like the same answer for all three of those components. So whether they be an entrepreneur starting out, an entrepreneur period, if they're looking to do a YouTube page or a social media, I think be really clear about your voice. Bringing it back, and your voice is not just what you want to share, but it's who are you trying to talk to and how are you trying to help them, or what are you trying to get from them, but like it's how you're trying to help them ultimately. Right? So be very clear about your audience, be very clear about the kind of messaging that they want to hear, meaning that they're in need of hearing. Yeah. And how do you position yourself in that direction? How do you... Yes,
because I remember you asking me that question, and my answer was simply this. I want a safe place where entrepreneurs, whether you're wanting to be an entrepreneur, are an entrepreneur, stuck in the entrepreneur, whatever, that this is a channel that you can come to, and hopefully, one thing I say, or my guest says, it's not about me, my guest says that they say, I get that. Because then that's the paycheck of the heart. Yeah. That's what I'm looking for.
I had 2 people this week say to me, you get me, you see me.
And you do get me.
Yeah.
Well, you complete me. You complete me. No. Well, Ron, thank you so much for being on today. I really appreciate it. You and Carrie, you have really taken my passion and my dream and brought it to reality. And without you, I really don't believe I would be where I'm at today. And I mean that sincerely.
And without you, lots of people wouldn't be where they're at today positively. You know what I mean? No. So we're grateful for you.
Well, thank you very much.
Yeah, everyone just loves you, and it's cool watching these videos because you see how everyone has a very similar experience. They're like, oh, Bridget.
Oh, that's so kind. That's so kind. Well, that's a lot of years of investing in relationships. Yeah. Yeah, because once you're in my life as a friend, you're stuck with me. So.
No getting out.
All right. Well, Ron, thank you so much. Carrie, thank you so much. And I would like to say thank you guys for watching our channel. I'm very proud. You can see who's behind the scenes now, and I look good because of them. So thank you, and please leave a comment. Carrie will see the comment because she monitors my page. So, but leave a comment. We'll also leave information how you can get a hold of both Carrie and Ron, and be friends with Ron on his Facebook because he always has little Ellie on there doing the cutest damn things, I swear. Yeah. So anyway, thank you so much, and remember everybody, please hit the subscribe button, the bell, and the like, and thank you so much, and share me with your friends. All right, talk to you all later, and make this the best day of your life. Bye-bye.